Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, please enable your video.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it is visible?
Yeah, visual. You joining your phone?
No.
Yeah, okay.
Laptop only.
Yeah, okay. Introduce yourself.
Okay, so as you know, like my name is Sonia Gupta. So I belong to Badaयूं UP Uttar Pradesh. I'm having 7-year experience, and in that 2.4-year experience in Bosch, and then last year I have joined the Wipro. I have almost completed 1.2 year in Wipro.
In current project, what your roles and responsibility?
So current project, like I have written code, a part of the code in that project. There is a DOP HR, and one project is a server monitoring tool. So I have written like code for backend code in Java and Spring Boot.
Yeah, in Spring framework, do have knowledge every module?
Every module, I can explain that, but like whatever we are using there, there is DOP HR. This is the project, how it is working. First, what first of all, it used to take what is the work implementation. Why we have done this? If any employee of the DOP, like DOP is a department, Wipro, if any employee having the concern regarding at related salary or other related like time sheet and all, they can raise the request using the portal, and that concern will receive first the HR. HR will consider it is acceptable or not. If it is acceptable, it will create the ticket and assign to the particular employee who will resolve the issue that. So this is a Spring Boot application, and Wipro having one base tool which having like they are using like a very old tool, and we have migrate that integrate that DOP HR module in that base tool. So what base tool used to do?
Okay. And do have experience Java 8?
Yeah.
And Java, you have that experience, multi-threading and collection, all those things?
Yeah.
How can achieve encapsulation in Java?
Encapsulation, we if you are making a class, it's like we are defining the attribute as a private getter setter, like we can call the bean class. So encapsulation is like binding the data and the members together in a single unit is called the encapsulation.
Which type of data you binding? Suppose employee, give me actually real time scenario.
Okay, like suppose there is a we have the library or some project. We have the employee table. So we are creating the one class where we are making the attribute as a private, so that it cannot be accessed by all. We can only share the reference variable to the other using the annotation of the Spring if you want, and where we can use using only the getter setter method, they can access the data.
Okay. Tell me those difference actually actuator. Tell me actually that executor framework. Do you have knowledge?
Executor framework.
Yeah, in Java.
Executor framework.
Yeah. Tell me those abstract and interface differences.
Okay, abstract. I can say it is the partial interface or a partial class. An interface are complete. We cannot be create the object of the interface. In abstract class, we can have the abstract method as well as the, and in interface we can have the only abstract and final method and the variable. But now after that, Java 8, we can say there we can write the static and the default method as well inside the interface.
We can create object both of interface and abstract class.
If we are creating the object, we can create the object of the abstract class. Okay, but for interface, we have to give the reference of the subclass.
A constructor can be override.
In interface.
No, I'm asking random. Actually, constructor can be override.
Override.
Yeah.
If we are having the no, because if overriding, it means the variables, arguments and all will be the same.
Yeah. Constructor cannot be override. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me that throws and throw differences.
Okay, so throws we will apply with the method declaration, but throw keyword will apply for the particular inside the method when we define the definition of the method. And for the particular line, if you will think like there is a multiple line are there in the method, and you know that this line can be the throw any error, so we can define with the throw keyword, and we can write there that particular line for the particular line.
Yeah, tell me those differences actually, that comparable interface and comparator interface.
Can you repeat?
Comparable and comparator interface.
Okay. Comparator. Compare. Can you compare?
Compare and comparator will be there in collection.
Okay. So one is the default where we can we don't have we can, it is not comparator. They are having the compare to method where we can use to sort the element, but there is a index preserve, we can say, and it is available in java.lang. So yeah, and comparator is like custom, we can customize it, and it has the compare method, and it is like according to our situation, like our choice, we can sort the value.
Just wait
and it is in java.util package.
Just wait a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, tell me actually that volatile keyword.
Sorry?
Volatile keyword in Java.
Volatile keyword. Okay. When
what actually that strict fp variable?
Strict,
It's strict fp variable.
a strict fp variable.
Yeah.
What do you call it? A strict variable.
Strict fp variable. Do you know that?
Might be according to the name, it's strict the value.
Or transient will be there, strict fp variable.
Transient used to, if you don't want to serialize any variable, you can use the transient.
How can make a class as a immutable class? Suppose employee class will be there. How can make that? Okay,
for if you want to make a immutable, you can make a class as a final, and the variable should be the private final. But still, sometime it cannot be. We can say it is not so immutable. For that, we have to make a variable, because in the class constructor only initialize the value. For that, we have to do the deep. We have to do the deep copy of the variable, assigning using inside the constructor for loop, and we can sign. But and one more thing, we have to create the object. We have to clone the object. If you want to make for complete, because if like suppose you have defined the class the
Yeah,
final.
Yeah. Tell me actually once again actually your experience. How many experience overall?
3.7.
3.7. Yeah. Okay. Suppose you have also knowledge that multi-threading.
Yeah.
Tell me that synchronize if a class level will be there and if actually that method level will be there. What actually the difference?
If method level and class level, what will the difference of synchronization?
Yeah.
So if you will making the class synchronization, like it will lock complete class, and if you will make a like lock means it will like at a time one. If you will make a method synchronize as using synchronize keyword, what it will do, it will be the safe, like a thread safe we can say, and like thread or the object can call if when it is free, like synchronize wise you can use it. Like if you will make the block synchronized, it will the more efficient and important to do, because if suppose in one method having the multiple lines, and if you will lock complete method.
Suppose string s1 is equal to new string something you're making passing actually your name.
Okay.
Then how many objects will be created from using new operator?
Can you repeat question?
Suppose you creating the object actually using new.
Okay.
Then how many object will be created?
Suppose employee emp equal to new employee,
And
so
passing
it will create the one object.
If you directly passing string s1 is equal to directly passing employee.
Okay.
Then how many objects will be created?
If you directly passing the that employee object in that.
Suppose you're telling actually if a string s1 is equal to new string and abc will be there in bracket.
Okay.
Then actually you're telling only one object will be created.
Suppose in heap.
No, you're telling whole thing only one object will be created.
Yeah, in a string equal to new and we are passing the value, it will heap memory, it will create the object.
I'm asking overall how many objects will be created?
Overall?
Yeah, I'm not asking heap area, string constant, pool area. How many?
Okay. Overall, it will create only one object of that string, because we, if it is calling all of one time, we are passing the one time.
Yeah.
So it will create only one time because we are passing only the one time.
Yeah, okay. Do I have experience in Spring also? Yeah. Tell me that what actually that bean post processor in Spring?
Bean post.
Bean post processor.
It process the beans. There we have if we are like configuration our application, we have to create the beans there. So I think it process the beans when at the time of execution of the application.
How many scopes are there?
Scopes.
Yeah, Spring. How many scopes?
Sorry, I am not.
A singleton prototype, you know.
Okay, yeah.
That one is scope. Singleton prototype session. Global session had deprecated to 1 something version.
Okay.
Suppose if a robot class have actually prototype and sensor class have actually singleton.
Okay.
How can actually inject prototype to singleton?
Prototype to singleton.
Yeah. You know injection?
Injection, I know. We are using the auto wire. We are.
Yes. Suppose the default actually Spring actually creating the singleton. If you want to actually a prototype, then you have to providing actually that tag will be there. Providing type is equal to prototype.
Okay.
Then suppose your Spring robot have will be there. Robot have protected will be there. Prototype will be there, and your sensor have actually your singleton will be there. How can actually inject all those?
Using the So
No,
why we use
auto wiring file, suppose if we don't manage by our own,
okay.
automatically manage, then you have to providing @ auto orientation.
Yeah.
I'm asking, suppose I have actually creating all those things from configuration, and that one actually
Okay.
prototype and singleton. That's my compatibility will be there or not there. How can actually do all those things? Do you have any idea? Yeah, okay. Tell me that internal working. Don't tell me actually only architecture. Tell me internal working actually that MVC architecture.
MVC architecture, how it works. So
Yeah,
uh,
internal.
internal, like how it is work. First of all, we have to add the dependency in the pom.xml so that it can like if you are using the Tomcat, you have to download the Tomcat jar and you have to put into the dependency tag. You can like whatever dependency you need, you have to first add there, and then you should have the like MVC very like a model view controller. So for that we will have the we will have the one module view. We have to write our content code, whatever, like if you are creating the application for the student login or something, you have to make there your data, and then we should have the controller where we can write the call to, we have to write there all the code like how like if you want to fetch the ID of the student or something, you can write there, you can make the controller there, and then you should write the method. There is the inbuilt method also there, and you can make your custom method in the controller class, and then there should be the persistent layer, and in that you have to extend a JPA, and you can call that you can as I told, there is JP having the own method as well, like find by all ID or save, this kind of you can make you can write there that method. And if you are using the REST APIs, then you can make the controller as a uh, REST mapping,
Yeah,
and that
yeah. Tell me actually AOP principle. How many AOP principle will be there?
actually AOP I don't have that.
Yeah, you know JDBC implementation
JDBC implementation,
in Spring.
like we
In Spring module, have actually core module will be there. Spring JDBC will be there. Transaction will be there. Spring MVC will be there. It's a lot of modules are there.
yeah, lot of modules are there, but I have worked in Spring too.
Yeah, tell me Spring Boot, how can enable those actually auto actuator?
Auto actuator.
No,
So
actuator in
how it is
Spring Boot.
work?
Spring Boot actually have features are there: auto configuration,
Yeah.
actuator, dev tools, and CLI. What actually actuator? How can internally work when where you provide those actually syntax?
Okay. So actuator, you have to first define a dependency as it is our again a feature of the Spring Boot, and then actuator. What is the work of the actuator? You can you can check the server side like health, monitor the code. If there will be the URL, you can use the Postman, and you can check
No,
using that. Like,
that one I'm telling you, that one actually advantage will be there actuator. Tell me that
yeah,
actually where you provide, suppose you working that MySQL database, then you have to writing data source and you have to
yeah,
writing URL, all those things.
yeah.
Suppose if you working that actuator, how can check actually health and up down casting, low down casting, how can do actually all those things? Do you have working experience?
Actually, how I used to check, like as I told, like we need to add the dependency,
No,
and
dependency actually from actually starting will be there. If anything using, then you have to add dependency. That basic will be there. I'm asking high level. You have actually 3 point something years of experience. Tell me that
okay.
actuator how can actually work? How can check? How can URL you checking, downgrading or costing will be there? How can managing all those things?
How I can like, as per my knowledge, I know that in using the like Postman,
Post
using the
post Postman you cannot actually using Spring Boot. Suppose STS will be there, you enable you creating a Spring Boot application from Spring IO. Then you have to managing, then you have to suppose at the rate Spring Boot application you providing all those things. That that API implementation in other things will be there. You using a Spring Boot and you have to maintaining that API. I'm asking actually how can if your working knowledge will be there, then actually tell me how can actuator actually work if you have hands-on experience that. Yeah, okay. Suppose I'm asking one logical question. Suppose in RESTful API, client will be there and server will be there. Client talking to HTTP protocol using, he talking actually your server. Client talking to server, and server has suppose credential data will be there. That's like an email will be there, email like a password will be there, ATM will be there, ATM like password will be there. Those kind of data will be there from server. How can pass those data actually server to client?
So server having this data, confidential data, and they want to pass to the client.
Yeah, how can pass?
To make the token.
Which type of token?
We can make.
Don't tell me like, that. Don't tell me that security concept. Without security, how consent?
Without security, like if data is there in the server, we can fetch from the whatever we have written the code, and we can pass to the client. Means that.
Give me one actually logical thing you can write actually. Share your screen.
Can you see?
Yeah, that's visible. Do you have any idea? IntelliJ
not right now.
Yeah, you can write actually that notepad. Give me actually pseudo code.
So how that server is?
No. I'm giving actually from logical things. I'm checking coding round. See your chat. Suppose how a string will be there.
Okay.
That one is input will be there. I want actually that output something like how can count actually that word.
Okay.
Suppose that output how many times actually come second by how many times came.
Okay.
Do you have any idea?
So we can write it. First of all, we can break the code.
You can write actually. Then if you have idea, then you can try and tell me. Okay.
Okay. Hello. Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah, done.
Hi.
Hello.
What time? Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Done.
Yeah. Yeah.
You sure that work?
Actually, what I have done using split, using the string, we are splitting and storing the string array, and then taking the length, and we are checking first word with the whole string, which I am having inside.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah. So we like compare is like we have created two loop for loop. Here I equal to 0, like from 0 index, and here I plus j plus I plus 1. So it will check for 0 index to till last. If we will have the same string in the uh, string, same word in the string, it will count, and it will print with the value and the count.
Yeah. Okay. That one actually not working. Give me actually that code. Where you work? Which location?
UP Badaयूं,
Yeah.
nearby Bareilly.
Bareilly. Your native place Bareilly.
Badaयूं. Actually, people don't know about Badaयूं.
Yeah.
So,
No, only Bareilly.
Bareilly.
From committing source code, which tools are using?
Sorry,
Committing your source code, which tools are using?
SVN.
SVN.
Yeah, and
SVN.
in Boss, I have used Git.
In SVN, actually, how many actually branches will be there?
In SVN,
SPN, how many branches will be there? Where you committing? Which repository you committing?
repository, I'm not we have the simple. We are writing the code, and we are simply for. I'm not committing in the production. It is the quality. There is one branch there I am committing. Actually, this is like new for me SVN, but I have worked in Git very well, so I know about much more Git. If you want to ask,
Tell me that Git actually rebasing will be there in Git. What actually rebasing?
rebasing.
Yeah, Git rebasing.
Git rebasing.
You know Git cherry pick?
Like, I have commit the code in different
Only a basic command actually 5 to 6 from adding, committing, and
push
pulling
and all,
and post.
and creating
Only.
branches, and there we are testing the code.
So don't have that much actually from every command. Yeah.
No, like for committing the code, we are creating the first branches there for test the code in development environment. If it is successful committing, like successful working, then we are merging that to release branch. If
And where you getting actually from everyday work?
from I am getting from every day.
Yeah, where you getting that work? Suppose your team lead actually providing work. From suppose tomorrow you getting work. Where you
Yeah,
getting those work?
we are getting in mail.
Mail.
Yeah, they are creating the tickets for that, and they are providing like we have to.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Do you have any experience from writing JUnit test cases, all those things?
Actually, in boss in starting time I have written, but after that I didn't get opportunity to write the changes because there in Wipro there is another team to test.
Yeah, yeah, okay. You have knowledge that Java 8 also. Yeah, tell me that optional
Yeah,
in Java 8.
yeah, Java it was
What actually that optional in Java 8?
optional. If you want to avoid the null pointer exception, you can write optional.
What
You can
actually that consumer in Java 8?
which consumer?
Consumer in Java 8. That like a
Consumer.
function in consumer, that like a function. How can actually consumer what actually that working?
I
You know,
didn't.
consumer and producer problem, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, okay. What actually functional interface?
Functional interface, there we have only the one method, and using the lambda function we achieve the functional interface.
How can iterate? How can
How
it
to
suppose
iterate the
yeah, suppose in a Java old version, you
yeah,
using if for actually from iterating actually for
yeah,
string ent and braces, then you to providing that
yeah,
iteration will be there.
yeah.
In Java 8, how can iteration will be there?
So you if we can write there is no method name or no like for each we can write simply the uh, shall I
Yes.
write the command?
Yeah, suppose I have list will be there. Suppose list 1, 2, 3 will be there.
Yeah,
I want to iterate using Java 8. How can iterate?
using Java 8, how you can use the uh, stream there. You can use the
Yeah,
stream. We
you
can
can write actually one line support will be there. You take
okay.
one history list.
Suppose okay. If you want to short it,
Yeah, yeah. Notepad you can write.
we want to display that.
Yeah, suppose list, write list is equal to list list result is equal to equals to array dot,
Array
yeah, array dot capital array
dot
dot as list
as list.
list. Pass this list suppose 1, 2, 3 in that bracket. 1, 2, 3. Only comma will be there. 3.
Okay.
Just okay, okay. I want to actually want how can write iteration. Just end and tell me how can actually iterate that list.
So you or else in
Filter, where you using filter? From
so
iteration, you can't use that filter.
okay. So you can use for each loop.
Yeah, that one I'm asking. For each from iteration will be there in Java 8.
Yeah. Hello.
Complete that one. I don't have idea.
I
Yeah, you can
we
take
can
it.
we can write like simply
Tell me.
for each result. Sorry, if it is like array list, so it is a string. And
No, that one you can't write. That one actually old version will be there. For suppose for will be there. That for
yeah.
each not actually for only will be there. Not for each. For will be there. String s is equal to digit. Then you can iterating in old version. But I'm asking actually new version. You can iterate actually stream dot for each, and for each braces you can pass s tends to directly sys out. You can actually print from iteration. That one logic I'm asking. Okay. Do you have any question?
No.
Yeah. Thank you.